Ladies and gentlemen, a cop killed a black woman inside of her own home after her neighbor called police because her door was open. I guess this is just going to become a common thing down there in Texas, you getting killed in your own home. But see, the police in America have this terrible culture of shoot first and ask questions later. They use no investigative skills when they show up on the scene. Nothing. Just draw the gun and start shooting. It's almost as soon as they see black skin, they just lose their mind and go trigger happy. So this came out in BuzzFeed News, and I am totally disgusted. Totally disgusted. Put your hands up. Show me your hands, an officer said before firing a shot. All in less than 4 seconds. So you're not even giving people a chance to do anything. I don't know what kind of neighbors this woman had, and it did not identify them other than the one that called. Oh my goodness. So, a black woman was shot and killed by police inside her own home earlier Saturday morning in Fort Worth, Texas, after a neighbor called a non emergency police number for a wellness check on her. Well, so much for that, right? You called for a wellness check and you end up dead. Unbelievable. Atatiana Jefferson, 28. And you notice these people, same age as Botham if he was alive, right? Same age as Joshua, 28, was killed in a bedroom at the home around 2:30 a.m. according to uh Tarrant County Medical Examiner. In a statement, the Fort Worth Police Department said the officers from its center division responded to a call at 2:25 a.m. and reached the perimeter of the house on the 1200 block of East Allen Avenue. An officer, after seeing someone through the window of the home, drew his weapon and fired one shot, killing the woman. So you didn't show up on the scene to even try to engage in conversation. You could have even got on the bullhorn outside of the house and asked the person to come out. You didn't Shooting should not have been the first option here, y'all. That's all I'm saying. And like I said, these cops they're doing this on purpose. I'm so done with these old dumbass cops. It's not even funny. So you saw someone moving about the house. You could not have engaged in conversation with them. Come out. Put your hands up and come out. So instead of doing that, you drew your gun based on seeing movement in the house and you shot the person and you ended up killing the person that actually lives there. The individual, a black female who resides at the residence succumbed to her injuries and was pronounced dead, deceased on the scene. Unbelievable. Read the Fort Worth PD statement. The officer, a white male who has been with the department since April of 2018, has been placed on administrative leave pending the outcome of the critical police incident investigation. You know what? Don't hold your breath on the police investigating themselves. But, ladies and gentlemen, these cops, sometimes people just need to realize they just can't be a cop. But, they live to be on those jobs just to shoot us. I'm convinced of it. I am totally convinced of it. An officer handling public relations for the department did not immediately return a request for comment from BuzzFeed News. Now, here is Atatiana Jefferson. This is the woman that lived there that was killed because some officer saw movement through a window. And instead of trying to find out who was in the house, you were with other officers. Why were you so damn terrified? You were with other officers. All of you could have gone up to that door, even if you needed to draw your gun, and yell in the house, "Come out, put your hands up." And when that person came out or came to the door, you could have found out it was the resident that lived there. Not stand from a distance, see movement, and just start firing away. What kind of damn police work is that? It's not police work. Nothing but a bona fide killer with a badge. Wow. And this was her Facebook. Atatiana Jefferson Facebook. In its statement, Fort Worth police said that after the shooting, officers entered the residence to find the resident and a firearm and began administering emergency care. Texas is an open carry state. You're an open carry state, but y'all still act like black people are not supposed to be armed. You still have that you got that sick ass mentality. Open carry state, black people are still getting gunned down. Don't ever forget Philando Castile, very clear with the cop about being a legal gun carrier. Still dead. Fort Worth PD released body camera footage from the incident taken from the angle of the officer who fired the shot. In it, the officer can be seen taking notice of an open door at the residence, which had its lights on, and then walking around the home perimeter with a colleague. Okay, so you're with another cop. Like I said, you're with, you outnumber the person in the house. And you're so paranoid, your first instinct is to shoot through the window. It's getting to the point, you might be better off with these cops not showing up on the scene. Look at what they do when they show up. You might actually live if they don't show up on the scene. He then opens a gate and walks to the darker part of the yard while holding a flashlight. Within seconds of walking through the gate, The officer peers through a window where he presumably sees a person. He quickly raises a flashlight in one hand, gun in the other. Put your hands up. Show me your hands, he shouts before firing shot in less than 4 seconds. So he didn't give her a chance. He didn't give her a chance. It's like Tamir Rice. Show up on the scene and just fire away. Don't give you a chance. Why are you yelling out commands and you don't give a person a chance to respond? The body cam footage released by police also includes photos of a gun found inside the house. So what? So, at the where you shot, you don't know if that was a legal gun carrier or not. You weren't able to determine that based on shooting through a window. It's unclear if Jefferson was near the weapon when she was shot by the officer. That's not hard to determine. Where was she in the house and where was the gun in the house? That's not hard to determine. And you people in the mainstream media, y'all suck too. You play right along with the cop. How do you know? Where was her body in comparison to where that gun was located in the house? Don't tell me that can't be determined. Okay, so this is a tweet from a Jack Howard. He said, if you don't feel safe with the police department, then who do you feel safe with? Do you just ignore crime or ignore something that's not right? Fort Worth Star-Telegram reporter Jack Howland spoke with James Smith, a neighbor from across the street, who placed a call to the police around 2 a.m. after seeing the two doors on the home were ajar and the lights on. Okay, well, you don't know what reason that she was in that home with the door open. There could be a reason that we did not understand. Smith told Howland that he called a non-emergency Fort Worth police number asking for a wellness check on his neighbor who lived with an aunt that had been in the hospital and her 8-year-old nephew. Okay, so she didn't live alone. She lived with an aunt and a nephew. Smith told the Star-Telegram that he was shaken by the incident and said he took part of the blame. Yeah, you're going to feel guilty, but then on the other hand, he really shouldn't blame himself because what happened in this incident was the cops' fault 100%. But unfortunately, even if we're calling on the behalf of a wellness check, just know when you pick up the phone to call on that wellness check, you are calling in the death of your neighbors, your friends, and even your family member. There should be some kind of way where neighbors on the street can exchange numbers and you can call and check on each other. That's what it's really going to come down to. People exchanging numbers. Hey, I see your door is open. Is everything okay over there? Rather than the police being the first option. Remember, these cops are never on our side, ladies and gentlemen. We know that by now. They are never going to be on our side. We got centuries of it to prove to be just that way. They are never going to come out on the scene and be on the side of a black person. They're just not going to do it. If I had never dialed the police department, she'd still be alive, Smith said. It makes you want to call the police department, he added. If you don't feel safe with the police department, then who do you feel safe with? I don't feel safe with the police department. With all of the incidents of black people being shot unarmed in this country, how do you feel safe with the police department at this point? Man, we are not even 2 weeks out from the Botham John verdict. We lost Joshua Brown, and now we have this black woman from Fort Worth gunned down in her home because a neighbor called in a welfare check. And some overzealous cop see movement in the window instead of trying to find out what's going on. You never know. She could have been having a problem with somebody in the house, a family member. I had to take my mother to the hospital in the middle of the night, had to do it several times. So you would have seen movement in the house where I was, trying to get my mother to the hospital for some medical help. People will be up at that hour for many reasons. It doesn't mean something's going on. So here she is. You know, a week from now, they're going to tell you she's a big drug dealer. According to her Facebook page, Jefferson was born in Dallas and attended Xavier University of Louisiana. Now, what did we hear about with the Joshua Brown situation? Dallas in Louisiana. Now we're here in Dallas in Louisiana again. Studying biology. 2015 YouTube video shows her performing a class anatomy exercise on a model skeleton and a friend. 2012 video showed her practicing Spanish with another friend. Her Facebook cover photo was of pieces of pretzel she had broken up and arranged to spell the word love. The Fort Worth shooting comes weeks after Amber Geiger, a former cop in neighboring Dallas, was found guilty of murder for fatally shooting her unarmed neighbor in his apartment. Her neighbor, Botham John, was a 26-year-old black man from St. Lucia. Now look at this situation, ladies and gentlemen. We got another person in their own home, and they are dead. Because these cops are telling you, they're shouting out commands, and they are ultimately not giving anybody a damn chance to respond. Shooting her within 4 seconds after screaming, "Show me your hands, show me your hands." What the hell is going on with these damn cops down in Texas, man? This is ridiculous. But please tell me what you think. They're doing this on purpose. I have to believe that at this point. They are doing this on purpose, y'all. They are doing this mess on purpose. Just like they have been shooting us unarmed for all of these centuries, and it's all deliberate and it's intended. You know, they are training them to encounter us and just shoot us within seconds when they come on the scene. We've seen it way too many times, even in the case of Botham John. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Boy, I am all messed up on this. Oh, my goodness. Peace, family.